Hey guys, Tricia here of triciasatamary.com, and I am back to wrap up our topic for the month of May, Imposter Syndrome. I've had a little bit of a change of scenery today outside of my pink office, and I'm sitting in my backyard just enjoying a little bit of the sunshine today. So we're here to talk about imposter syndrome. So we started off by defining what it is and what it looks like, how to understand when it is impacting you, and then we talked about potential triggers and how to work through some of those. So now I want to shift the focus towards solutions. What are the actions that you can take in order to move you on your journey towards overcoming imposter syndrome? So the feeling of imposter syndrome comes from the thoughts you have in your mind. So in order to overcome imposter syndrome, part of the work is going to be a shift in mindset. So how exactly do you do that? I can't remember where this quote, I saw it, but it said that the way that you stop feeling like an imposter is to stop thinking like an imposter. So want to break that down. How exactly do you do that? The first recommendation is to focus on your facts and not so much your feelings. How many times have you been presented with two sets of different pieces of information? So on one side, you have information coming from someone's opinion or someone's subject matter expertise, right? Or you're getting information that is based on facts, research, things that you can prove. 9 times out of 10, if you are torn between making a decision based on that information alone, you are going to go with the fact-based information. This is no different. An example that I can use is if you are having the feeling of imposter syndrome around a new job that you've recently taken or a promotion, right? The way that you can look at it is, okay, this is what the job description is. These are the facts. These are the different qualifications that they're looking for, and name out why you are a fit based on those facts. They're looking for someone with 5 years of project management experience, someone who has led a team bigger than 5, someone who has maybe 5 years of work experience. Like, those are all things that you can think about and say, okay, yep, I've got that, I've got that, I've got that. So the facts are all there. There's nothing to contest why you could be in that position because the facts are all there. Another part of your approach to overcoming imposter syndrome is to focus on the positive. So this is kind of like, okay, duh, Tricia, you say that all the time, but honestly, focusing on the positive aspects of the situation are going to help you keep that feeling at bay. You're not going to feel as anxious because this new opportunity is exciting, it's positive, it's a way for you to maybe be moving towards your overall personal goals, and so it's an exciting thing. So focus on the positive aspects. The last part of your thought process in overcoming imposter syndrome is to acknowledge where there potentially are areas of opportunity. If you are able to do that, then at that point you control the narrative. There's nothing to be found out because you can acknowledge, hey, okay, maybe I do need a little bit more training in this space. Like, you are in a place where you can come to the table with that information, so there's nothing to be found out. So there is one more piece of information that I wanted to share around imposter syndrome. There's a book by Valerie Young. It's called The Secret Thoughts of Professional Women, and it breaks down the different types of imposter syndrome. And I think it's important to for me to include how she breaks them down so that if you identify with one of these areas, you can say, okay, yes, that is me, and then also work that into creating your plan of action to help you overcome this. So there are 5, and I'll just go through them. There is imposter syndrome for the perfectionist. This is for someone that everything has to be perfect for, and if it is 99% perfect and that 1% that is not, they feel like this is not something I deserve, this is not something that should be happening, and it kind of stops them in their tracks. The next type is the expert. This person, they have to know everything about everything about everything before feeling comfortable enough to say, okay, I do deserve this opportunity, or I do deserve to be in this particular space. I kind of call this the analysis of the paralysis of analysis. You know, when people get ready to make decisions, they can't because they just keep on gathering more and more and more information, and it traps them from actually getting into action. So that would be the expert. Then you have the natural genius type of imposter syndrome. This is for someone that is just naturally brilliant. Everything typically comes very easy to them. They're a natural learner, and anytime they maybe come into an opportunity where they have to do a little bit more legwork to accomplish something, it stops them, and they start feeling that imposter syndrome creep in. The next is the soloist. They want to do everything by themselves. The minute they start feeling like, hey, I might need a little bit of help here, or hey, I don't have all the information, I'm gonna have to reach out, they start feeling that imposter syndrome creep in. And the last category is the Superman or the Superwoman. This person is a hard worker. They are constantly thinking about how to overperform or work harder than everybody around them. And then anytime it feels like for them that someone is starting to gain on them, or someone who is able to match their level of performance, that's when that imposter syndrome starts creeping in for them. So I thought it was really, really important to include, that breakdown to kind of help people find or understand where they might fit in, so that they can build a plan from there. So that wraps it up for our May topic of the month on imposter syndrome. Please, if there are any questions, comments, concerns, emotional outbursts, you know where to find me. Shoot me a note at ts@triciasatamere.com. I would love to hear from you. Until next time, onward and upward.